Hey, it's your boy. And I'm in somewhat of a rush. I haven't oh, yes, I have shut my door. I was a little worried I haven't shut my door. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. Yay! Um, right, just checking. Yes, levels are all good. Levels are fine. Everything's good. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. Today, I should start off by prefacing this. We don't usually stream on a Tuesday, but because tomorrow I've got a funeral to go to, and I only realized this after I said yesterday that I'd see you guys on Wednesday, I thought, right, I'll make up for it by streaming today. May even probably make up with it by streaming on Thursday as well. So there we go. So, what we're going to do in this stream is continue to build our spaceship hangar that we started in the last part. So this is acting as the ride entrance for our roller coaster, as you can see here. So it is quite a large, considerable behemoth. So yes, we shall be building more of this, obviously adding stuffs on the side and, you know, making it actually look like something. We probably won't add anything on the back here because no one's really going to see it, but we'll definitely add stuff on at least these two sides. Don't know about this side yet. We'll kind of see how we go. Obviously, we got our hatches, our arches up and running, which is good. I was very, very happy about that. That took a little bit of work. And of course, we have our ride here that looks like it's crashed in the crater of a broken spaceship. So yeah, pretty good at the moment. So yeah, we're going to keep building on the inside of this building. We have our spaceship, and yeah, I mean that's pretty much all that's going on at the moment. So the first job to do, I think, for us is to just let's get the outside styled, including the hangar door, and then we can worry about the inside, because I've already got a few ideas for the inside. The outside is the part where I have absolutely no idea what to do. So I'm gonna put my hood over my headset like such. Actually, it looks stupid. Never mind. Alright, so the outside. Let's start by building what will be the hangar door. Alright, so I actually want to edit the building itself. So probably, yeah, let's get rid of a few of the pieces here. Ooh, can I undo? Yes, I can. Alright, I think the hangar door will strictly keep to this side. I'm just trying to see if that'll work. I think it will. Could you imagine the spaceship being able to get out of a gap that big? I'm not 100% sure, but do you reckon it could? Probably not, but might extend it out a little bit this way as well. So, because there's actually no proper door we can use, what we will be using is some sort of wall that at least looks like it could be a door. And then going from there, and then obviously doing the styling around the outside and all that shiz. So those are wall panels. Those are metal alloys. What we kind of want is, if we can find it, reactor shielding. We'll probably end up using that, but not yet. What we want is, I can find it. We honestly have no steel. Again, I forgot to shut that notification off. We have no steel. Building material. Concrete. Metal. Tin? No. Fiberglass. No. So we have glass. Do we really have no steel? Oh, it might be under roofs. Can we... Can we... I don't know if we can... Shit. Was hoping... Can we change the color of this? We can. I was hoping to have a design to it. That kind of looks shit. That's somewhat annoying. I need it to be... That's all wood. Panel. What do you mean by panel? Oh! Let's not spill water all over my keyboard, thanks. Can we change the color? Sort of like a dark... See, the thing about this is you have to believe that this would open... like that or something. And of course, within the scope of imagination. However, I don't know if it will. And so far, the panel wall is our best bet. However, we could just use... We could use 1 meter walls to create the rivets, or kind of the dents that we would need to create what would be the door to the hangar. I don't know fully if this will work. Oops. Actually, no, that was probably exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, this might actually work somewhat. And then... because this is kind of the design I was hoping for, but also at the same time, not really. Kind of looks a little bit like a garage door. I mean, in essence, that's kind of what we're building. And then what we can do is... do our little... warning signs around the place to say, please keep clear. Spaceship incoming. Move your fickin' ass unless you want to get run over. Alright, we want... Ghost Slayer, apologies, says, hi, hello my friend, how are you doing today? Right, what do we want? Scenery, Get rid of that. Scenery theme, sci-fi. I want... oh no, actually it's still under walls, isn't it? Wall, filters, scenery, sci-fi. Okay, we want... wall trim. I presume. Yep, looks like we're going to be using... Right, let's just advance move it. I've got to go higher. Okay, advance move. There we go. Ghost Slayer says he's doing great. What about you? I'm doing well, my friend. I'm doing very, very, very well. Okay. It needs to line up more with that. Oops. Oops. Oh yeah, let's make sure it's actually attached to the wall. These things have a habit of not being attached to the wall. That looks somewhat attached. Beautiful. How do I... Ghostlight says, gotta go see it. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, my friend. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Alright. Okay. So the only thing I haven't really thought about so far is the corners. What I'm going to do for the corners. I only thought this far ahead, which was probably not a wise decision to make. But that's okay. But it's gotten really warm all of a sudden, which is funny because it's been cold all day. Now it's warm as.
What about second breakfast?
Ghost Slayer, thank you very much for the follow, my friends. Greatly appreciated. Now, hold on, something's not right here. We have lost up. We don't have the lining up correct. I think that's better. Then gotta make sure we get the lining up exactly perfect, because otherwise we're going to get to the other end and it's not going to work right. Okay. That lined up a little bit more to the right slightly. Beautiful. Couple more. Yep. And then one more. Beautiful. Right. Okay, so that is the edge of the door. Now we need to work on... Might use these to line the door this way. I think that looks cooler than what we had. Or than using the other parts. Right, and then just... The only thing that might be an issue here is it might be slightly uneven when we get to the end, yeah. That's the only pain in the ass about this. That's not even lined up properly. Alright, we can actually raise this one up a little bit more. Raise that one up. And then Raise this one up. Beautiful. Alright, so now we just need to put that on the other side. Rotate it. The angle snapping's on. Rotate it 180 degrees. Translate it. Now, we will put something in the corner there to fill in the corners somewhat. But for right now, let's just focus on... God, I hate these camera controls sometimes. They really are incredibly unintuitive. They're really not the best. Right. Down again. And... beautiful. Right, okay. Now we need to put something in the corners. If only that wasn't so big. Oh, but actually, hold on. If we think about this slightly, that actually kind of works. Advanced move. So we actually need to rotate it around like that, and then like that. Bring it outwards, bring it upwards. Now let's just look at how we lined it up at the bottom here. Okay, so the panel in the middle is lined up with paneling on the building itself. That needs to come down. Sort of like that, I'm guessing. How we kind of have it. Does that cut? Now that doesn't cut off down the bottom here. Zoom in! What did I do? Oh, okay, I planted it there. Oh well. Alright, now I need to bring that across. Rotate it. And however way you wish to rotate it, game, I don't really care. You choose whichever rotation direction you want. Right, that's straight, yep, right. That way, get world axis. Actually bring it into the building. Beautiful. Right, and then use this one as our basis for one on the left-hand side, right-hand side. I promise I know my left from my rights. Slightly in a bit so we can't see a gap. Beautiful, right. That looks awesome. Right, the only other thing we will add is just alter the lighting slightly so I don't look so overexposed. Oh, but my camera's going to increase the exposure anyway. Of course it is. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Nope. Back we go. That is somewhat better. Okay, I want... Where are those pieces? Must be here. Ah, here we go. Now what's the Oh, that one's actually metal. And then that one, of course, is a full-on thing. Right, let's do our danger strip. And then just... want to have it in line. Beautiful. Then just move it across each time. This, of course, is going to indicate to people, don't come near here. Okay, planet closer. Just decided to minimize on me for no apparent reason. Right, advance, move, and duplicate. Intriguing. It doesn't want to say straight for some bizarre reason, and I wonder why. That look in line? That does. Right, a little bit to the left. Beautiful. Only thing I can think is that maybe the wall isn't fully entirely straight. But I don't understand why it wouldn't be. We did build it to a grid. Which is just odd. There are times in this game where I really don't understand what fully exactly it's trying to do. But it's still a fantastic game nonetheless, and everybody should go out and buy it, because it is just a solid... It's probably the best theme park simulator money can buy, apart from going and buying the original Roller Coaster Tycoon for like $5 on Steam. Oh wow, okay. None of these, or very few of these, are actually attached to the wall. So let's just bring them all in line with the wall. Can't have floating panels. Better. Light touches. There we go. There we go. The wall's just slightly. Just slightly. Yeah, so the wall must not be fully straight. Because otherwise we wouldn't be having these issues. Right. Just bring it into line. Move it across. Check that it's still in line. It must move. It must not move with the building. It must move very literally. And what I mean by that is very literally to where the axis is. Now that one moved correctly. I don't know why the other ones didn't. Maybe the game has finally started to get it. Right, a couple more. And the good thing is, as we discovered yesterday, we will be able to do... We'll just be able to shift everything. Just be able to shift everything. And then with one simple click, move it up to the top. Now let's just make sure it lines up. Might just need to move it slightly to the left. Actually, what we need to do is move this slightly to the left. It ain't touching. Better? Alright, so there is... Ow, my toe! I just had my turtle curled up like this for the past 20 minutes. And now it's free, and it feels like a chicken that's finally realized it can escape from chickens. Yeah, anyway. Alright, so now that we've built the hangar door externally, let's finish building some stuff on this particular wall. Let us put some panels on the wall. Oh, actually, yeah, we can put that one. Put that one there. Then it actually will make some level of sense. So there was a fiberglass corrugated flat roof, which was ideally what I wanted to use for the door. But I think the door's fine the way it is. Alright, any more... Okay, so if we use... Just create some level of variation. And then we'll put that one there. There. And put some more panels. There. And I'm all doing this by eye at the moment. Just getting my eye in. Right. That. Right, then we'll do... Oh, then we can actually use... these panels. There. Is there anything we can kind of put up there slightly? Fiberglass panel. Oh, these look... These look far more interesting than what we had there. Flip that round because, you know, why not? Are they actually attached to the wall? No. Oh, crap. What did I just delete? Yeah, good thing I... Delete all of these. I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. Something wicked. I don't want to use these panels. Well, I'll use some of them, but I'll use a better sort of assignment of panels. Really. Ooh, slight freeze there of the game. Do we actually... Does a panel need to be... Does there need to be panels everywhere? I don't necessarily think so. That being said... That can probably go there. And actually placing those... Placing those along the bottom actually is not a terrible idea. Oh, now I'm going to have fun getting the spacing on these, right? Actually, no. No, because if I place that there, then I'm going to have to do it everywhere. Actually, we could put, provided this fits there. Put that there. Make it look like it's a cargo hatch. Yeah, it actually does kind of look like a cargo hatch. Alright, then we'll put these wall panels on the inside of the building for now. I want to use a combination of... Use those across the top? We can. I don't want to use them all over the place, but... cross one. That. So it actually fits in line. And then we should put something... Right, then if we put advanced move and duplicate, we'll do that on the other side. Kind of create a level of symmetry. You've been watching my Planet Coaster series for a while, you know that I am all about symmetry. I like a level of symmetry to what's going on within the realms of what is possible. Obviously, stuff like that is not going to be symmetrical, but there are some things that we will be able to make symmetrical. Right, we'll add vents like such. Again, we can make those symmetrical. And of course, it's not attached to the building whatso-feckin' ever. Oh, that one might not work. That's alright. I'll get rid of that one then, and then put something else. Oh, actually, no. We'll leave that one there. What else can we put? I still reckon some of these panels make sense. Putting that one there kind of looks cool. And then we kind of put that... Oh, no. Have we got... It's a shame there's not like a long... Like a longer version of this would be quite helpful here. Obviously, panels don't need to be everywhere, but it needs to look somewhat decent. What do these panels look like? They look more technical. They more look like panels that should be on the inside rather than outside. They look slightly too technical for outdoor use. Still reckon that the bottom of this landing, the hangar door, should be lined with lights, or have lights as part of the design. Got to get the spacing right between the two on either ends. Little pull out there. Okay. What to do with this big space? No sci-fi windows. Do windows not exist in the sci-fi universe in this game? Glass. Oh, we could just use... Oh, that is literally the window. I was going to say, can we... If we dump a couple of these, we can have a window that goes right in. We'll actually be able to have a window. Something that I was complaining about in the last game. In the last part, you can't actually have in this game. But boy, was I wrong. Right, let's make sure that... Because, of course, we don't want to have a gap. slight minuscule gap. Okay, that one's fine. What about down the bottom here? Come on. I know you can do it. I know you can zoom in for me. What did I... No. Thank you. Is it touching? Ooh, it's so ever so slightly not. So need to move it ever so slightly downwards. Oh, that's the wrong axis. I don't want to... I've got to be careful because I don't obviously want a hole at the top. We've now just... Okay, I think that should... Beautiful. Right. Now there needs to be a slight rotation to bring it in line with the building itself, because the building isn't actually fully straight like we thought it might be. And let's line ourselves in line with the building. Is that better? Can't fucking tell. Oh god, I thought getting it on... I thought getting it right. Ugh. Alright, let's duplicate an advanced move. And based on whatever gap we have here, we'll determine how much we need to move. This piece. How big's the gap? Oh, beautiful, right. We actually have a window, which I wasn't thought was possible in this game, to have a window, and now we can style. Is there a gap? Oh, there's like a minuscule gap. That gap's still there. It's so small. It also has to do with the fact that they're not lined up. Gap, gap, gap. Want to know the gap? Yes, I'm being OCD about the gap. I think... Okay, I think that will be fine. Stop touching things. Okay, right, let's do walls and shit for this window. Alright. Trim, 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 trim. Triminy, triminy, trim, trim, trim. Now... I want there to be these on either side. rid of that so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. Oops, slightly too high. This game can drive your OCD levels up through the fucking roof. But it's also nice and peaceful, and that's what I like about it, and that's why everybody should go out and buy this game. Because it is fantastic. Okay, now, at this point, we can add... what panels can we add here that actually fit? Of course none of this fits. Of course none of it fits. Because why should it? It all hates you. It all just hates you. Let's be honest, it just wants to sell your soul. Reminds me of, there's this song I've been listening to recently called Cousin Mosquito. Don't ask me how I heard about this or why I know this song. All I will say about it is, if you've not heard this song, it's by Congresswoman Melinda Jackson Parker or something or other. It is fabulous. It is an amazing piece of music, one that should be heard by all, and one that at least has some idea of what to do with this wall panel. I don't frickin' know now. I kind of wanna use that, but I kind of want to have it as like an overhang. But it doesn't really work as well. Every time I think this would work, it doesn't. Now when you're in the tropics, actually, you know what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use the lights, and then what I'll do is, I will bring... I will bring this upwards. Be like that. In line. Like that. Beautiful. Right. No! Ah, oh, bugger. How do I redo? Redo. Right. I want to advance, move, and duplicate this. Right, rotate it around 180 degrees. Now when you're in the tropics, beware of that tiny insect called Mr. Mosquito. He has a sting of death. Dun, dun. Would I want that one? You would think that now that I get to make videos for a living at work, that I wouldn't be finding such crap pieces of music to pass boredom, but you'd be surprised. Even video editing can be a boring old process, especially I spend now so many hours editing, it's ridiculous. I just recently finished a video at work where it took me, I don't know how long it would have taken me. Again, lovely There we go. It probably would have taken me somewhere in the realm of total time 20 hours alone to do the editing, just because of the amount of graphics that were involved. It was my first major After Effects project that I've ever done, and boy oh boy, by the end of it, because I finally finished it today, by the end of it I was so glad it was done that I just kind of sat at work like this, looking at my computer screens for about an hour, because I felt so drained from editing that one video for like days. I just kind of was like, thank God this is over. Okay, I think we're gonna leave that there. Not 100% sure fully how I feel about the window. And now actually, I don't like these here. So, even though I just literally said I'm not going to touch it, I'm going to touch it because I'm not happy. And when I'm not happy, I must fix it. Now, what I suppose I could line oh no, yeah, because he didn't have that. How? I mean, I suppose I could just do that. That's alright. Still like a big stonking gap at the top that could be filled in with some stuff. What do we got here in terms of panels? I just think... I think that looks terrible. And I think I need to stop doing stuff on the side of the building or I actually flip my shit. Okay, so am I fully happy with it? It's better than what it was. And actually, if you look at it from that, it actually looks like a building. Many guests are thirsty. Well, you know, that's more a problem then than me, even though I am supposed to be the guy who's building the park. Why are they thirsty? Where are all the thirsty? Oh my god. People, there are rides you can be going on. Oh my god, I need more handymen. Let's train everybody, because why not? Let's make everybody amazing. Because we can. It's sandbox mode. Realizing by doing that, no one's going to be there to man any of the shops. How many more notes can they get through before eventually they run out of notes? Okay, we need more janitors. Clean that shit. I'm actually surprised how well the game is running at nearly over 1,500 people in the park. I'm surprised that the game has not shat itself. Now, I never ended up finishing doing a building for this ride, so we're going to have to come back at that at some point. But I actually think something we might do quickly is we might just build a space-themed... a space-themed set of shops here-ish. We also need to... Actually, another thing I'm realizing, we need to do the floor in here, because we cannot have this as the floor. But I don't know what we can use as the floor. I suppose we could use roofs. And then if we just got, like, black... I'm assuming the floor's going to be black. Or maybe not black, but tar seal. Like, what, is there really not, like, a concrete option? Rock. Oh, yeah, there is. Tarmac. Concrete. City tarmac, lawn. Oh, that works. Of course, it can't go outside the building. We're going to have to be very careful. Shame you can't paint lines on the ground, actually. That'd be kind of cool as well. Now when you're in the tropics, look out for that tiny little insect called Mr. Mosquito. Ba-dam! When he sing, he stings. And that song... Oh no, and that sting is a sting of death. Yes. Sting of death, my friends. Get in the goddamn building. This is why I hate the camera system in this game. Go in building. In the building. No. I don't... How does the game decide whether to move fast or slow with the camera, I wonder? What we'll do is if we just paint the inside, we can go around the outside with a touch-up brush and just kind of remove the tarmac looking crap. Like so. Be careful because we don't want it to go inside. The inside of the building still needs to be concrete. Or tarmac or whatever. It does actually kind of create like a slight shadow though, doesn't it? Kind of cool in that regard. Acts like a shadow. Right, now let's just make sure that how did that didn't affect anything in here, did it? The answer is no. Right, awesome. Okay, so just before we keep building keep working on our hangar here. Now the next step to do will be to... Actually kind of looks a little bit like a hangar now. It's a shame though we can't... It's a shame we can't paint the ground, because then we could paint like a landing space around it, or... I mean, I suppose I could do it with... Is there really no way to just paint the ground? Apparently not. Okay, so obviously we need to do the inside of the thing here. We also need to do the inside for that. And then I've got a few other ideas of what to do inside here. The inside is going to probably be what takes the most amount of work. Which is funny. So, yeah, what we might do, just to give us a wee bit of break from that. See, this is the funny thing about Planet Coaster, you know, if you're tuning in thinking, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing build a park, you know, what's funny is that for the most part, playing in this game is literally designing buildings. You spend so little time actually building the rides, a lot of it is doing the scenery. For this, I still haven't done the scenery for these bits here, I haven't done the scenery for these couple rides here, I still haven't finished the scenery for these two rides here. You know, we've been working on this building now for 3 hours, give or take. You know, 3 hours and I haven't even finished the entire building. But what we'll probably do is this side we probably won't work on because again, it's not visible to guests apart from if you're on the ride. We'll probably, and I imagine that this wall will not be as extreme as this wall because this wall has what's supposed to be the hangar door on it. So therefore, it's going to be a lot. But yeah, as I said, first off, let's just take a slight break from building our massive ass hangar to get some shops around here for people before they decide to kill me. Now, is there any large sci-fi entrance? Now, that's a hangar. That actually looks like a hangar door, but from the inside it doesn't. We want shops. Is there like a sci-fi shop or something? Have they got sci-fi shops? Sci-fi toilets? Sci-fi toilets, sci-fi themed shops. Oh, that's pretty dope. They build an entire ship. I mean, but it kind of feels like it should be like that because the engines otherwise will go in the ground. Oh wow. Kind of makes my shopping area kind of look like shit. Actually, oh yeah, actually that's a much better idea. Kind of have them like small stations. And then we can change. Alright, so what is... This is a... Okay, that's a... how do I... Can I change the shop? No, I don't want to save it as a blueprint. Hook off. Edit building. I don't want that shop. How do I select the shop itself? There we go. Right, then if I... So... Obviously need to get rid of that and get rid... Oops. Get rid of... How do I get rid of the sign? All that to get rid of one goddamn sign. How do I select the sign without selecting the archway? Do I need to do it from behind? No, because it still selects the archway. Oh wow, there's a lot of... That's some detail, man. That is some solid detail. Get rid of that. I've changed my mind. But I will say though, it has given me a level of inspiration. What does a sci-fi burger stall look like? I mean, yeah. Has given me a level of inspiration though. Specifically, oh wow. These are really elaborate. Like, immensely elaborate. Probably better than I can ever build. Wow. Kind of want to... I really want to use it, but at the same time... Turn the angle snap off, for God's sake. Okay, we're going to have to get rid of these paths. I kind of really like that. First of all, let's just... Okay, width. These look... What's really annoying is, as I said, this would be a lot better than anything I would ever be able to build. Which is slightly annoying. That looks awful. Oh, bless me. Bloody hell. Alright, we need to make these link up. In some way that isn't shit. Why can't we just have, like, path there? Like, a huge path. Like, why do we have to make it look like that? Whoops. Oh god. What have I done? Why does this game have to make everything so goddamn complicated? Why does it have to look like that? It looks rubbish. Why, oh why? Why can't... Here we go. Now it's actually going to look like what I want it to. Which actually is a patio type thing. Right, and then we can have that go to that. And that join up like that. And then, whoops. Ah. Right, and then we have them all link up to the shops like so. Awesome. Right, now I think all the shops should be accessible. He says, actually having no idea. They all say they're open. Right. Bon appetit, I suppose. What does Cosmic Cow serve? Milkshakes. I mean, I suppose Cosmic Cow makes sense. We're in a sci-fi type area to have something named after a creature that is in no way cosmic. What, by any stretch of the imagination, makes some level of sense, I guess. I didn't realize you could color these. I suppose, you know, building in this game is kind of like you're at a certain level. I'm like Nerd Cubed. I don't know, where would you put Nerd Cubed? I wouldn't put him God tier, but I'd definitely put him far better than me at this. I'm not the best builder in this game whatsoever, and I think we're proving that right now. I could never build shops like this. These are fantastic. Like, this puts me to shame. And it actually looks like there's a restaurant type area where you can walk in. And now it's going to tell me that I don't have enough stuff. How many staff does it say I need? Don't have enough. Alright. And another way to give us a bit of a break from building that building, considering that took us a lot quicker than expected, and I was expecting that to take a lot longer, let us fill in some rides. And I think specifically, let's fill in the space here. Let's get some... What do we got track ride-wise? Monorail... Quick draw. I mean, quick draw would probably make a lot of sense. Is there a blueprint for quick draw? There is. But it's it's Western themed, not. Okay, let's pretend I didn't hit that one. Whitewater, what's this? Wow, okay. Interesting. That actually requires terrain manipulation, it seems. We can build that somewhere else, I think. Actually, can I... Hold on. Isn't there like a... Why can't I just make it so that it digs into the terrain? Okay, in that case, let's look for... Now, this looks somewhat cosmic. Alright, place entrance. Place exit. Alright, paths. Okay, Q path. Again, kind of going for that sci-fi-ish theme path. And then the exit, sticking with the path, join it up there, makes sense. Take advantage of that. Can you color the water? No. Damn. That'd be a great Roller Coaster Tycoon type thing. Remember, I said, I'm not sure which one it was, but you could like color the water so you'd have like red water or green water. It would sell the illusion a little bit more that we were on a alien type planet or in a sci-fi type theme. Because I don't really know what I could do with this particular ride from a theme perspective. Let's look at some archways. Maybe the archway will inspire something. Scenery theme, sci-fi. Okay, clearly it's under scenery. Got a coaster doors, engineering deck archway, Regal fence. I mean, I suppose, yeah, you could fence it off. Radioactive tank. And we need that, but like massive. We need that to be huge. What is mutt? Mutt body, mutt foot, mutt head, mutt leg. Do I build a mutt? Do I build a mutt that's leaking radiator fluid? I think what we might do for this ride is fence it off. And then... oh, there's a 4-meter fence. Why are we doing it with 2-meter fences? Why are we being idiots? There's no point to be an idiot. We can simplify this for ourselves. That Scrapped A1 says, hi there. Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? You seem to be in good spirits. Always good to see. Alright, let's... the only disadvantage with this fencing is that it's going to look a little weird on the joins. So, I suppose we just will not join it properly. Which is semi-annoying, but oh well. Where am I going with this fencing? Yeah, that angle works. Scrap Day 1 says, I'm doing fine, mate. How about you? I'm doing well today, my friend. Got a free lunch today from work. You know, it's always a good day when you get a free lunch. After that, got a McFlurry. I don't usually get McFlurries, but I thought, you know, why not today? You know, get a free lunch. Didn't have to pay for lunch, so I thought I'd spend my lunch money that I allow myself to spend. It's not like I have an allowance. Good God, I'm nearly 22. I think I'm way past the age of an allowance, but... you know, you kind of treat yourself to a nice little McFlurry sitting at work, eating some ice cream. It was glorious. So yeah, no, my day's been great. Actually, what we could do with this particular ride, scenery-wise, is kind of have it like a test facility. So we'll have the mart, and then have like a couple of pools of radiation... and yeah, of course, we will get back to building our building, but this is just to give you guys watching a little bit of variety, so we're not just constantly building that hangar the entire time. That hangar will probably honestly take us another 3 hours if I go to the level of detail I've been going with already with that hangar. So this at least will provide a slight variety to the show. Which is always appreciated. Gotta remember the key combinations. Some kid looks at the pools of radiation and goes, "Oh, mummy, I want to play." Because, of course, let's be honest, in real life, it wouldn't be actual radiation or radioactive material. It would just be green-coloured water. So if the kid did decide to get funny, or it'd just be gun. Actually, no, guns would be a lot better. Probably sell the illusion. A lot more. Scrap Day 1 says, sorry to ask. Do not have to apologize, my friend, for asking a question. I'm quite happy to answer any and all questions. But his question is, do you have the game Train Simulator? Unfortunately, I do not, but I would love to get it. That is a game I would absolutely love to get, because I'm a big fan of games like that, and Euro Truck Simulator, and I've seen NerdCube play it, and it looks like a lot of fun. I tend to spend a lot of my time on... My favorite PC games to play are simulators in that vein. When I play on PC, I typically like to play simulators in that vein. So no, unfortunately I do not have it, my friend, but I would love to get it at some point in the future. But you do not have to feel sorry for asking a question, my friend. I'm happy to answer any and all questions that come my way. With an obvious... Well, I don't know. I've never hit the limits of a question that I would not answer yet on stream, so I'm not going to say with obvious exceptions, because I don't even know myself what those exceptions are. Okay. Actually, what something I might even do as a slight little interest is at the fence posts when they kind of come here. So we'll add to build that, and then we'll rotate it around. Actually, you know, speaking of Train Simulator, it's not in the same vein. There's another simulator, I think it's Bus Simulator or something, Omnibus Simulator, that I'd love to try out one day. Steam summer sales on at the moment. I mean, those are definitely some games I could pick up. Depending on the price, though. Ultimately depends on the price, really. I've not actually checked the price of Train or Bus Simulator in the sale. I haven't actually, to be really honest, usually with the Steam sales, I'm all over them because of the badges and all that. I'm kind of a bit of a badge whore. But this sale, I just like... I don't give a shit, eh? Scrapped AI, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. I don't really give a shit about the summer sale this time, eh? And I've tried reading all the, you know, things about the Grand Prix that they're currently running, and you'd think that's right up my alley, F1 fan, you know. Steam Grand Prix sounds great. The rules, when I read them, just look complicated as fuck, and I can't be arsed spending any time really reading these rules. So, also the other thing is, now that I got Game Pass on PC, that filled a lot of holes in my PC game library that I wanted. So, I don't really feel the need to go out and buy PC games at the moment. The only one that I'm drastically like, oh my god, I want to play on PC is No Man's Sky. I've got it on PS4, and I actually quite enjoyed playing it on PS4. But I feel that game would be more at home on PC. It's just, now that that game has evolved in the way that it has, No Man's Sky to me feels like the game that would be much more at home on PC. This, especially since, with sandbox games like No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky is definitely more a sandbox game than anything else. No real objectives, ability to pretty much do anything you could think of. I tend to be more open to those games on PC than I am on console. Don't know why either. I think there's just something about the console experience that with console games, I want there to be a defined actual experience. Something like God of War, Horizon, Last of Us. I love all those games respectively. Spider-Man. One of my favorite games of all time, the original Halo. So looking forward to when that comes back to PC. I used to have a copy of the original Halo on PC, but I've lost it. And I don't know where it was, and it was great because it meant that I could do Halo Custom Edition, and I could do stuff like the mod where you jump on Echo 419 as it's coming to pick you up at the moor, but then ends up crashing. I could do stuff like that. Get in there and do that fan-made level. Right, then get the 2-meter wall and just come in like that. But what I'm also going to do is, if we see terrain, get the terrain tools. Whoops. Wrong color. Do not auto paint. I just want a very slight raise. Not that massive. Okay, that tells me I can get rid of that fence. And I can get rid of that fence. And if I'll get my scenery. Go. Hey yo. Awesome. Alright, and then we'll do the same on the other side. We'll probably need to just a light raise. And then scrap it. Advanced movement duplication, scenery. That. Boom. That. Advanced move, scenery. Boom. Rotate it. Forward, bring it across. Get that way. Awesome. Okay, right. So, what we're going to do is we are going to build our MUT. Which, let's be honest, is just an AT-AT, but how big is this? Oh my god, this thing is going to be huge. This thing is going to be big. Is it? Question that I'm now asking myself is, oh, where's the head supposed to be? Okay, head's supposed to be that way. Oh my god, this thing's gonna be big. Also, not the color I was expecting either. Oh, yeah. Oh. We might not be able to... hold on. Let's bring it over here. Rotate it. Build it around here then. Not that I have any idea how big this thing's gonna be. Leg. Whoops. Okay. First off, let's get that open. Delete that, delete that, and delete these. Okay, sci-fi scenery over here. Let us go with... I want to go with a couple of radiation pools. Scrap Day 1 says, great time to get Train Simulator since the original price is $40 and they lowered it to about 20. 20 US maybe, but not sure about New Zealand dollars. That one could be... That one could be slightly more on the pricey side. Now, since this is going to be kind of like a research, let's do that and then stick defense towers on top. Pointing at the guests. Die! Yours Mustin dies. Whoops. Ah, bugger. Redo. Yours Mustin dies. In choosing to ride this ride, you agree to death. Okay, oh, there's a tower base. Ah, there is two. Okay, let's... I want to select both. Okay, actually, okay, we'll come back and build these towers again in a minute. Because they've actually got tower bases. Let's focus on building... Oh my... Good God! Oh, and it actually fires things. I don't know if we're going to be able to fit it. Ooh, this could... Okay, we might not be able to fit it. Wow, okay, that... I will say, I think we chose the right ride for the sci-fi area, not gonna lie. It's even got a tail. Okay, orbital cannon pod loader. How big's the pod loader? Wow, wait. See, what we might do is, with this, we might just kind of make it like a scrapyard type thing. So, there's just casually some radiation pools around. Might get rid of that one. And then... you see stuff like repair droids. Huge towers. What's something we can... we get a few engines? Oh, I know what we can do, is if we do that. Obviously, we have our crash spaceship over there in the distance. If we kind of make it as if this is more like a... more like a scrap yard, so to speak, rather than a crash ship. So there's still moving machinery. There's parts scattered all over the place. Actually, that works quite well. There's just a casual orbital cannon. Still casually firing at people from the ground. How high does that go? Right, let's add these towers. Right, and then we'll add the... Actually, one of these, I'm going to put a radiator dish on top. So that one needs to be slightly moved. And then this one can have a fuck off gun on top of it. Move it back slightly. It kind of looks like a scrap heap in a way. And then you can just have things like... Oh, yeah, perfect, actually. You can have stuff like the mutt legs just casually resting upon the towers. Like that. Wow, the animation required for that is amazing. Does this tail move? No, that's unfortunate. I really hope that was going to move. Just have... actually, no, we won't do that. Helmet racks. Nah. Energy generator. Oh my god! Cargo crates. Have them scattered. Yeah, that looks dope. I like it. I like it. Alright, so... the other... Oh, we got an hour, we got an hour and 38 minutes so far. I'm just thinking what... So we can go back to building... We can go back to building our hangar. Or... There's been something I've been wanting to do now for a few streams, and I haven't yet done it. I'm deciding whether or not to save that for Thursday or not. No, let's keep working on our hangar now. Alright. Scrap Day 1 says that is actually looking pretty cool. Thank you very much, my friend. I greatly appreciate for the compliment. Yeah, designing in this game, I'm slowly getting better at it. And for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, this is my first proper time really playing this game. I haven't really played it prior to now. So I'm kind of surprising myself with what I'm have been able to do. Okay, I think for this, I'm just literally going to go along and put panels on the wall at just random points, just to kind of fill in some detail on this side of the building. No real order or sense to it as such. And then what we can maybe do is add some level of detail to it, where there are some things that have that level of symmetry that I very much like. Put that there. Doesn't want to play ball, that's fine. Arrows. What else can we... I'm thinking... What else can we put along? We'll go with some vents. There are... Oh my god. Oh, okay. No, I just looked outside to what looked like a completely smashed car on the back of a truck. It's actually just some guy who's a lawnmower who's just gotten out of his truck. So that was slightly disappointing. Elevator doors. No, pointless. I don't really... To be brutally honest, I'm just kind of thinking about leaving it like that. I mean, there's not really much detail we can put on that wall. Really. And I kind of like the randomness of the panels. There's no... I like the dissymmetry of it because it kind of leaves that feeling... It kind of has that space-ish feeling to it, right? That there's not necessarily the symmetry per se, but it still feels as if it has been put together in a very... Like, all those panels are there for a reason. They serve a purpose. You don't really know what the purpose... Obviously, we, as the guests, are looking at it. They're not fully sure what the purpose is. I think what we might do is just... Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Put a couple of hatches alongside the wall here to complement these. Light movement of the mouse to get it in the exact position. Is that even straight? Is it? I can't tell if that's straight or not. Anyway, what am I doing? Hatches. Yeah, that ain't straight. It wants to think it's straight, but it isn't actually straight. Okay, then we'll do one for the other. I kind of like that, to be honest. I didn't really know what I was going to do with this side of the building, but now it actually gives me the inspiration to kind of go into the other side, because it makes it look like it's a genuine actual hangar, right? It looks the piece because there's that level of randomness to it that, you know, it's it's articulated randomness. It's randomness on purpose because all those things serve a purpose. And I think from that perspective, I kind of like that level of randomness. Yes, whatever he just said. Okay, so I really think the outside of the building is kind of done, and it looks dope. And of course, we have a window, and you can kind of see the spaceship we've built inside. So for those of you just tuning in for the first time, our biggest project at the moment is this hangar. Now we're going to work on the inside of it. This hangar is supposed to is storing a spaceship that acts as the entrance to this roller coaster. Now, obviously, we've got multiple walls and stuff to detail in here. So, you know, we better get started. So one of the key things we're going to do is, and what we'll probably end up starting with is where the ride enters and exits the building. Do the old hazard strips. Along the wall. At least for this side. Right, and then through the power of okay, not through the power of shift. Good. Oh, bugger. If you don't mind, I'd like to get in the building, please. Oi! Up! God damn it! Go. Right, now get the camera aligned perfectly. Awesome. Right. I would hate to play this game in career mode. And I don't really think, even though there's a career mode in here and you can actually build, you know, proper parks with money and shit. This game is designed solely for the purpose of playing sandbox. If you own this game, you're going to play it in sandbox mode. You're not going to play it with... You are not going to play it the career mode. So many people I've seen on the Steam reviews are like, I do not play the career mode on this, why does it even have one? And I fully agree. Like, this game would not need to have a career mode, and I think it would still be just as popular and well loved as it is currently right now. Having a career mode is almost for the people who want to play the game, but don't have the time nor the level of creativity. Now that's going to be a little niggle. I flip it around that way. So can I not put anything there? Put that. These are the times where I just question why with this game. Right, let's get rid of that. We'll put that there. Then what I plan to do is... fill out those corners, because obviously we can't have those corners looking empty. Okay, those are bigger than what I thought they were going to be. In that case then. Yep. Oh, actually. Hold on, I know what we can use. Alright, here we go. Oh, those are smaller than what I thought they were going to be. Those are not as wide as I'd hoped. Oh well, we'll go with these lights. Okay, right, so that is that done. Right, now we need to do the entrance. Now, I'm going to do the same thing as I kind of did on the roof, but here, and that is, I'm going to need, if the game will let me do this without being a little pain in the ass. However, we're going to do it with the light ones this time. Okay, come on camera, I'm not asking you to do a lot, I just want you to go in particular positions so I can manipulate you in certain ways. That isn't a sex joke, I don't know what the hell is. Actually, for this, we might edit the building. It will snap to the grid. I'm assuming. Okay, maybe not. Please, stop it. Angle snap off. Please. Camera. The camera is going to be our biggest enemy here. No. 9. Okay, slight rotation. Little rotation. Right, is that where we want it to be? I can't fucking see. Can't see. Come on, game, play ball. I actually think it is. Holy crap. I'll be damned. It actually worked. What? Help. Please. Murder. Slight rotation. A little bit forward. Then we need to move it across. Can't. Okay, I think that's good. Unfortunately, I already know we're not going to be able to get it as anal perfect as I would want it, but definitely try. Alright, now, if we again take some skill, we angle snap it around 180 degrees. If the game is actually going to do it, come on. Right, then move it across. Up. So it's not... Ooh. Damn, I think I got a pretty close first time. Damn, son. Right, then we need to do the same with this too. Rotate it. Move it forward. Right, now what did I use on the roof? Oh, I didn't. Okay. I thought I might have used something on the roof. The answer is a flat out no. Okay, right. So now we have done the entrance is for the two parts of the ride. Now we just need to do... Okay, so next part is the window and the hangar door. Actually, whilst we're here, we haven't ridden the ride now that... Let's ride the ride now that we've actually got the basis of the building, just to have a look. See what it looks like. Who the hell are you? I don't... What? Well, I suppose thank you, but at the same time, this is very bizarre. So, on Instagram, some page called TwitchCare has tagged me in a post, taken pictures of my Instagram account, shared me, which is great. It's great, but it's like, who are you? Anyway, cool, thanks. Alright, so what we're doing right now is... We're just going to ride the ride now that we've made the alterations to the building, just to kind of see what it looks like from the guest perspective. We haven't finished the hangar yet, but the idea is to finish the hangar. Got ideas, got many ideas for what to do with the hangar. Well, actually, no, I've only got one real idea. The rest I've got absolutely no idea. Wow, this is slow. But what can we see from here? We can see our rides, we can see part of the park. The other side's quite empty. We need to fill that out. And there's a bit more scenery that needs to be added to this part, but we'll be, you know... Anyway. Tats. No. Okay. Right, here we go. Good God, that's sharper than what I thought that was. The ride seems faster, which is good, because the first time we built it, remember, it felt quite slow. That looks dope. Scrapday1 says, you asked how much Train Simulator was in Australian dollars. No, New Zealand dollars, my friend. New Zealand dollars. I mean, I can look after the stream, definitely. I don't imagine... it can't be that expensive, right? Can't be that expensive. And also, the other thing as well is there are probably other places I can get it apart from Steam, like Humble Bundle or Fanatical or whatever that other place I buy Steam stuff from anyway is. Right. Okay, so let's work on what will be the innards for the door. Building with we want to. We are going to use lights because we're inside this time. And everybody loves pretty lights. Always pretty, pretty lights. It's going to be made into marshmallow in 5 seconds. Impossible, madam. Absurd. Because the pipe doesn't go to the marshmallow room, it goes to the fudge room. Oh, you terrible man. Take Mrs. Gloop to the fudge room. Don't dally, otherwise her boy might be thrown into the boiler. I have frickin' Willy Wonka and the goddamn chocolate factory stuck in my head. I didn't realize how many funny moments there are in that film. Just fucking crack out loud funny moments. Like that. There's a scene where obviously everyone's going nuts for the chocolate. And there's a computer scientist who he's clearly got all these investors' money, you know, he thinks he's a big shot. And he's built this machine that's supposed to help determine where the remaining golden tickets are. And what I find funny about it is, you know, he then just has an argument with the machine halfway through, which I just think is hilarious. Actually, lights all the way around, not a brilliant idea. Kind of looks shit. But what we will do is we'll space out the lights with trim buttons. Because everybody loves buttons. Scrapdead1 says the original price in New Zealand dollars is $75 and on sale for $30. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. Right, so let's get this selection. Duplicate and advanced move to the bottom. Lines up, beautiful. Alright, so now we need to decide what's going to go down the side. Now, where's the... Okay, so... Alright. So... Okay, we'll probably follow a very similar design to what's outside. What's inside. Apart from those corners. Because, no. Scrapdead1 says, no joke, that is looking amazing. Thank you very much, my friend. I'm very grateful for the compliment. But yeah, no, this is really my first time really doing some serious building in this game over the stream series, and I'm really enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. Now that does match up. Yes, okay. It's been a lot of fun to do so. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Going to be streaming Planet Coaster for the rest of the week, and then at the end of the week we'll move on to a new game. I haven't decided yet what that new game is, but stick around because we got plenty of stuff around. And if you are a new viewer to the channel, I should give a slight introduction to myself. My name's Jared Hayson, streaming from New Zealand, and I'm a variety streamer, my friends. So stream a little bit of everything. So because I don't stream something today that is in your warehouse doesn't mean I won't. And I do take game suggestions should you wish to offer a suggestion or two. That is far out from the wall. But yeah, what have I streamed so far on my stream journey? What have I streamed? I've streamed Euro Truck Simulator, I've streamed Gran Turismo, I've streamed F1, I've streamed Halo, Star Wars Dark Forces, Horizon Zero Dawn. I've jumped through a lot of... Oh, for God's sake. None of these are on the frickin' roof. I've gone through a lot of genres so far in my streaming. I've done so many fucking games. It's ridiculous. But we're not stopping yet, my friends. We've still got plenty of games left to go. And now I have to go through and put all these on the fucking ground because this game hates me. Alright, let's just go through and check. Checky. Make sure they're not floating off the fucking ground. Much like with City Skylines, my friends, we're probably going to do a second season of Planet Coaster. So obviously, if you started watching, if you discovered me through my City Skylines series, I did state at the time that we would go back for a second season of City Skylines, and that is still my intention to do so. And we'll probably end up doing a second season of this later on at some point. Haven't decided when, but we'll definitely probably end up doing so just because of the vast amount there is to do in this game. Same with City Skylines. City Skylines, I got nowhere close to what I fully wanted to do with that game within the length of the stream series. There was so much more I wanted to do with that game. Unfortunately, what did we end up streaming after City Skylines? I can't fucking remember. Yeah, it was probably something. Well, of course it was something. That's a stupid statement. There's a very good chance that I'm going to do a series for Sim Airport. There's a very good chance that I'm going to do Legoland, which for those of you who don't know what that game is a fucking jam of a game from my childhood 22 years ago. Actually, birthday's coming up this month, actually, on the 13th. I'm probably going to do a birthday stream on the day. And I was actually thinking that maybe for my birthday stream, I might actually do Legoland, sort of do a throwback to a game from my childhood. One that I was probably playing, or that I have been playing for many years now. So, alright, I'm thinking that... Yes. Alright. Kind of slightly annoying that that's what you have to do, but... Ugh. No. Okay, get rid of those. We'll use these ones. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes. Actually, speaking of games that I might be streaming, I still have to find my list. I have this list. Oops. I have this list somewhere of games I wanted to stream, and I can't remember where I put the list. I feel it's in my journal here. Let me see if I can find it quickly. A lot of crap in this book. A lot of crap. A lot of notes here as well from like past streams or past YouTube videos I've made in the past. Uni notes. Programs that I was going to put on. Oh, my list of games to get in 2018 is in this book. Did I get everything off this list? No, I didn't get Mario Tennis. But I got everything else. Yeah, I did. I got everything else. Sweet. Oh, and I didn't get Fallout 76. What else do I have in here? I feel like I would have put the list in here. I would have been dumb if I put it anywhere else. Where is this list? No, that's the list of games to play. Jesus Christ, that's a big list. We've actually... It was a couple... Was it last stream or the stream before we were talking about my backlog? And my backlog is legitimately huge. Live stream topics. Interesting. Songs for my band. Notes from a music review. Song structures. Lyrics. Monthly payments. Games to play. Do I really not have my list of... Oh yeah, lyrics from the divorce song that I was in the process of writing. Another song that I wrote. Where the hell did I put the list of games to stream? Oh, it might be a Word document. I honestly... Anyway. I can't remember where I put that goddamn list. Would like to re-enter the building so I can place the part. Wow, does the camera move slow? How do I... There's got to be better... Got to be better camera controls than this, because the camera controls in this game are actually going to be the death of me. Camera tilt and rotate. What does that do? Nothing. These camera controls are fucking shit. Right, let's go back inside the goddamn building. Get it. Right, let's now use. Delete it. Let's try this again. Actually, you know what's really funny is, because I'm turning 22 this year, there's a song by... For those of you who follow my YouTube channel, you know that I reviewed an album over there called Snafu by Potty Mouth. There's a song on that album called 22, and there's a line from that song that's been played over and over again in my head. Which goes, don't you think it's... some of the lines of, don't you think it's strange that age is just a number but it changes you? Which is not giving me a lot of frickin' optimism for turning 22. It's like, what happens when you get to 22 that's so bad? Scrapday One says, sorry for talking a lot about Train Simulator. It's quite alright, my friend. You're quite well... Again, I should... elaborate. For those of you who are new here, we literally talk about anything and everything on these streams, and nothing apart from, you know, stuff like religion and politics and all that, what's outlined in my rules, is off the table. So you can talk about literally whatever you want, and I will respond to it. So feel free to talk about Train Simulator all you want, my friend. But he continues on to say, they just released an engine set in New Zealand. It's the Auckland ADL ADC. I have no idea what that means. So I'm just going to pretend that I'm intelligent and say, cool. I'm going to pretend that I have any idea of what you're talking about and just be like, I don't think for the inside, that's actually all we really need for the door out of the hangar. Now we just need to do the window. A lot of uses of this particular piece, but it works. It's a solid piece. Like, it's a solid piece that works in a lot of places, so why not use it? Actually, very interesting bit of news that came out the other day. I don't know if you guys saw this. Gabe Newell of Valve was giving a chat to his employees. And he was saying that it's looking like Valve are very close to finally making Half-Life 3. Now, I'll level with you, and I've said this before. I'm not necessarily a Half-Life fan. I've never really played it. Not that I have anything against people who like the game. I know it's got a very passionate fan base and a very passionate following, and good on you if you like it. You know, there are games that I absolutely love to death that, you know, like Life is Strange, for example, where, you know, people are head over heels in love with it, and I get it, you know, I get it. But yeah, he basically alluded to the idea that they are going to make Half-Life 3 someday. We just don't know when that day is going to be, which is funny. So yeah, that's fine. All right, so now we just have to do the rest of the walls. Oh, let's have a look at this link. The Auckland ADL ADC. Oh! Do you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny, Scrapped? I hope you don't mind if I call you Scrapped. They don't use these trains anymore. These trains have not been used for about 3 or 4, 5, about 5-ish years now. They've been using purely electronic trains. They used to use these trains, but yeah, no, so yeah, that's kind of funny. I'm sure they look great. And they look pretty, they look legit. They look exactly how like those trains look, but yeah, they don't use those trains anymore, which is hilarious. So yeah, the trains we use now here in New Zealand are purely electric trains, so... But, in saying that, I don't believe electric is the future of anything, apart from powering my console, so, you know. But it's cool to see, I will say, it's cool to see them in a video game. It's nice to see anything New Zealand represented in any level of video game, because we get very little representation. Like, none. Really. Like, I'm a big fan of racing games, and the only racing game on the market that has a New Zealand track in it is Project Cars 2. Now, I'm sure if I went, I could find mods a little bit like that engine set that you were just alluding to that represents New Zealand, but not nearly to the volume or to the quality of other sims and stuff like that. And what looks good about that particular train is it actually looks like the quality's there. So I'll give them that. They've done a good job in making sure that they represent shit well. Right, now, the other thing I want to do with this building is I want to do a walkway around the edge. So we need stairs. Why will these stairs not place? Oh, they will. They touching the ground? They are now. Yeet! Now, the question is, how high do we want this to go? Yeah, that's about right. Hell yeah. Scrap says there's another train game that has a complete route on New Zealand. It's called Trains. Now, whoever came up with the title of that game either thought that was very clever, which it is. I'm not going to deny that. It's clever. Boy, you know, originality clearly didn't flow through his veins. Clearly his mother didn't really encourage him to be the creative type when he was a kid. Didn't say to him, no, good job, son. That's a good job, well done. I mean, I don't mind the clever play on the words so much, but ooh, interesting. That's not up against the wall. Now we can make it up against the wall by doing this. Because we want that walkway to be up against the wall. Just hopefully it won't stick out the other side of this, which doesn't look like it's doing. Nope, too far. Okay, that looks fine. I find it funny, though, that some parts of the stairs are in the wall whilst others aren't. And there's the lovely camera controls coming out to play. Oh my god, what the... Okay, fine, leave it, or I end up killing myself. Holy crap. Right, let's keep building walkway. The other thing I didn't calculate was whether or not this was actually... Because what I want to do is... I do have another idea in my head, but I don't know if necessarily it's going to work in the way that I hope. And you'll see in a second what the idea... Well, ideally you'll see in a second what the idea is. Good thing about having screens that really illuminate your face. Now my face is visible more than what it was with that high exposure from the sunlight coming directly on my face. What's the time? 5:14. Oh shit. I've only got about 15 minutes left. God damn it. God bloody damn it. But I will say, so far, the new stream schedule proving to be very successful. Seems you guys are responding to the change in time very well. A lot more of you guys are tuning out for the streams, which is awesome. So it seems that it has created some level of benefit. Scrapto1 says, well, it's 1:15 a.m. where I am. Jesus Christ, man. Well, good thing it's a good thing that I changed my stream schedule this week, my friend, because you probably wouldn't have been able to tune into a stream before, because my stream schedule before meant that I started streaming at like, probably where you are in the States, a lot later than what currently... What the... Really? Really? Guess what we now have to do? We have to do everything. My old stream time was about 4... Would be about 2 hours from now. So that would have been about 3 in the morning where you are, which I don't think would have worked well for you, my friend. At all. Turn off the goddamn angle snapping. Something tells me that getting all this path in the wall is not going to be fun. Hey, I did it. Thank God for that. Alright, now what we need to do is place these. Right, so let's quickly place these, and then we'll wrap up for today, and then on Thursday, we will come back, so that's Thursday me time, so that'll be Wednesday night, American time? I don't know. Probably. Oh, yeah. Actually, in all fairness, placing them this way probably is the better way to do it. Because then at least it lines up somewhat properly. How's that? Alright, let's see if that does it. Nope. Gotta make sure we get the gaps fairly consistent. Now, is that still in line? Looks like it. You know, it's actually funny. I reckon, because if you guys know, I streamed some Apex Legends a few months ago when it first came out. I reckon if I streamed Apex now, I'd get more viewership from that. I'd get more success from that series, from doing that game now than I did when I first started, when I was streaming it when it first came out, which I find to be funny. It's funny how much that game has kind of died down quickly, because I far and away prefer it Fortnite. Not that I've played Fortnite. Can't stand Fortnite, man. Can't stand it. I mean, if you play it, then, you know, if you guys out there play it, then, you know, power to you. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure at its core it's a great game, but I don't like it. Actually, PUBG was on sale during the Steam Summer Sale, or during the Steam Summer Sale. I'm quite tempted to get that, because I'd love to play PUBG. Love to play the OG Battle Royale game. Alright, now, that actually works kind of perfectly. Right, so, what my plan is, and we'll work on this next time, is to make a shuttle bay. So, not only do we have like a space for a big ship, but it's actually to make a shuttle bay. So there's going to be little kind of ships, kind of like this, hanging off some platforms we're going to have over there. So, oh god, my sister's just got home. Alright, so, with that guys, we are going to leave it here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got quite a bit done today. We got in a new ride, a set of shops, worked quite a bit on our hangar, got our hangar door up and running. Unfortunately, it doesn't work, but that's Planet Coaster's limitations. Got the inside, started working on the inside, so we've got, you know, a lot of the inside now done. It looks a little bit better now on the inside. So yeah, so I shall be back on Thursday, because remember guys, I'm not streaming tomorrow night. My usual nights, my usual days for streaming are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. However, due to the fact I have a funeral on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I will not be streaming. Yeah, I will not be streaming tomorrow, so I'm streaming Tuesday and Thursday to make up for it. So yeah, if you are new here, just, yeah. Well, then again, I have changed the stream schedule. Anyway, I shall see you guys on Thursday. Thank you very much to all those who watched along live. Thank you to all those who chatted with me. Thank you to all my new followers. I hope you did enjoy it. It was a lot of fun. I shall be back on Thursday. Make sure you go do all the usual stuff. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Join the Discord. Add me on the various gaming platforms. Steam, PSN, Xbox Live at Bud4211, should you wish to. And yeah, I shall see you guys on Thursday. Until next time, guys. See you later. Do 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 do.